Welcome back to the Neshoba Valley Chamber's Business Buzz podcast. My name is Melissa Fetterhoff. I'm the president and CEO of the Neshoba Valley Chamber. And today I'm excited to be joined by Pamela of JJP Party Planning and Catering. Pamela and her team specialize in creating memorable events from weddings and corporate gatherings to intimate parties. They handle everything from catering and custom menu, floral arrangements, bartending, staffing, all that fun stuff, making it easy for their clients to actually enjoy their celebrations.
That's it.
So today's episode, we're going to talk about what it takes to plan a successful event, how to make your celebration unique, and tips to avoid common planning mistakes, and probably a little bit more. So welcome, Pamela. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. So you and your team launched JJP in 2024.
That's right. It'll be 2 years next month.
Very exciting. So after years in hospitality, what inspired you to strike out on your own?
So myself and my two co-owners, Jen and Jonathan, hence where we got JJP.
I love it.
Yes, thank you. So the three of us all met working in hospitality together. We worked at a restaurant and event space in Acton, Mass. And so sadly, when that business closed in December of 2023, the three of us weren't ready to not work together anymore. We just always loved everything in the event world, everything from the initial stages of planning to the decor, the final details. And we just, not to be cliche or anything, we just felt that we created magic together. And so on the heels of that business closing, we started our LLC together.
Nice. And knowing the three of you, you each bring something special to the table. Tell us a little bit about that.
Definitely, yes. One of my areas of expertise is bartending. I've been a bartender by trade for over a decade, and I lately have been really into craft cocktails and mocktails, so I get really excited about creating custom drinks for people. Jonathan is the floral extraordinaire. He knows what flowers are in season at what time of year, what's appropriate for a floral arrangement for a wedding versus a graduation party maybe. And Jen, she's really good at being diligent at setting everything up, making sure everything is executed, and she does our books. So I think that's why we're able to offer so much, because each of us bring our own backgrounds and creativity to the table.
Nice. So can you tell us about the types of things that you do with clients that you provide? You talked about the foods, the decor, floral arrangements, but how do you work with a client and help them execute their events?
Sure. So as of late, we've actually been getting more into the wedding world, which took us a little bit by surprise. We didn't think so early on that we would be going down that road. Yeah. And our biggest service for wedding, our day of coordinator. Oh. So I think right now in an economy where most people are very budget conscious right now, a lot of brides are doing a lot of things DIY, right? But they want somebody there the day of to make sure everything goes according to the itinerary. Someone is communicating with the vendors, the DJ, so that I always like to tell the bride, the only thing I want to ask you on your big day is if you need another drink.
Yep.
So, and then we have a whole plethora of different vendors that we work with. Anything from your DJs to your photographers. And then we have some folks that are a little bit more niche. Like we have a woman we work with that creates custom cake pops. Oh, yeah, she is so amazingly talented. We have balloon artists. We have photo booth people. And, when it does come to certain services like our catering, we wouldn't do a full buffet spread for a wedding, something to that magnitude, but we do have caterers in our Rolodex. But our catering is more for the beverages or for small intimate gatherings, tea parties, and things like that.
Nice. So here at the Chamber, one of the small things that we do is event planning. We host a number of events throughout the year, our taste, and so a lot goes into it. So I appreciate the work that you guys do. There's definitely a lot to juggle. How do you help? What do you think the key is to letting the clients really thoroughly enjoy their events?
Ensuring that before the day of, every final detail has been communicated between us and the client. a whole rundown of the day, because really, again, I can't emphasize enough how much on that big day, whether it is a wedding or a corporate event or a backyard graduation party, we want the host to enjoy their time with their friends, their family, their other guests. And so you have to be incredibly organized, you have to be detail oriented, and really have an itinerary that you go by. And the icing on the cake is that you have to love what you do and be passionate about it.
Mm-hmm. And you guys are,
yes.
Clearly, yes.
Thank you.
So tell me, how do you, when you're meeting with client, what's the process? How long should somebody start thinking about meeting with you before an event that they're planning? Like, from start to finish?
Sure. So sometimes it does tend to vary depending on the event. So if you are planning a wedding, a year,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, and some brides book 2 or 3 years out, but I would say comfortably a year.
Mm-hmm.
And something like maybe a baby shower or a graduation party, we've put those together in as little as 3 months.
Okay.
And I guess it just really depends on how much or how little. So initially when a client reaches out, we ask the who, what, where, when, why, all of those things. And I like to provide as many options as possible. And whether they go with all of those options or not, that's up to them.
Mm-hmm.
But at least they have a whole comprehensive package of everything that they have to choose from.
So JJP is a active member of the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel that it's been important for you to be involved in the chamber?
One of the first things that we did was reach out to you to join the chamber. A lot of what we do, not only as party planners, but in the hospitality and entertainment industry, is networking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been one of our largest tasks, even
Mm-hmm.
2 years in, right?
Yeah.
It's still building the brand and getting our name out there. And I've definitely noticed in the maybe year and a half that we've been chamber members now, every event that I attend, I always know more and more people.
Mm-hmm.
People are recognizing us and our work. I love this quote, and forgive me because I forget who said it, but the way of the world is meeting other people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so community oriented. And to give you a shout out, you just are so phenomenal. And everything that you provide for all of us here in this chamber, you're welcome. And you never know who you're going to meet, right? At every business after hours, I always see new faces, I talk to new people, and all it takes is just that one person. And
Absolutely.
You never know.
Absolutely. Yeah. So one of the things that I know, I follow you on Facebook, and so I know last week you had an event. I wasn't able to go. I wanted to, but you and your team work with organizations to promote, to do events, which I imagine get some exposure, but also showcases what you do. Tell us a little bit about the events that you guys do.
Yeah, so other than private events, we'll also do public ticketed events. So the event you're talking about last week, we teamed up with this business called Gray's Craze. They're a franchise, so this particular location is in Marlborough. And so they do charcuterie boards, and we did a charcuterie and mocktail class. So we featured 2 mocktails. And so the participants not only got to make the drinks themselves, but then I gave them a tutorial on how to make the syrup, and they left with recipe cards so that they can recreate them at their holiday events. And they all got to take home their Christmas tree shaped charcuterie board as well. And so it's, yes, like you said, it's always nice to meet other people in our industry, as well as just kind of get our name out. And, from that event, we may not get an event out of it, but we got a handful of new Instagram followers, so that served a purpose.
Sounds like that would be a fun team building experience too. So that's something that you could do with businesses.
Definitely.
Is pair up and do some team building,
Yes.
events for them.
And we have done some team building. We've done paint nights.
Yeah.
We've done a couple of those for different organizations. And I think it's really nice, especially in like the corporate world, to get people, out of the cubicle, out of the office, and bonding in a whole new capacity. And, that's one of the greatest joys in what we do, is just giving those experiences to people.
And I know too, I have attended. You've done a couple times, paired up with Dirigible Brewing in Littleton, and you do a beer and food tasting.
Yes.
So that was a lot of fun.
Tapas and tasting. We've done a couple of those.
Yeah.
And that was an idea that we got from when we worked together in Acton. We did quite a few of those with different breweries, one of which was Dirigible. That's how we met those guys before being in the chamber, of which we're all chamber members. So even events like that where we'll bring in the food, tapas-sized food, and pair them with whatever beers that they have available at that time.
I love it. So is there anything that we didn't cover that you want our listeners to know about?
The only thing I can really think of is, regardless of how large or even how small your event is, you can always benefit from having a party planner. And I think we are truly unique in our industry because we offer all the services that we've talked about today. And we're a la carte, right? So even if you just need a bartender or two for your event, or even if you need us to help introduce you to different vendors, or literally all the bells and whistles and everything in between, we're here to help.
Excellent. And so somebody wants to talk to you, learn more, how would they do that? Where are they going to find you?
Yes. So we are on Facebook, JJP Party Planning and Catering. We're on Instagram, JJP_Party Planning, and they can find us on Google.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today,
You're
Pamela.
welcome.
This
Thank you
was
for
fantastic.
having me. This was a lot of fun.
Now, I have to ask, and it's on the record, are you going to be at the Taste of Neshoba this year?
I am going to be at the Taste of Neshoba. This will be our second year.
We're so excited.
It's already on my calendar.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we're looking forward to that. I know I'll see you before that.
Definitely.
But thank you so much for being part of the chamber, for all that you guys do.
You're welcome. Thank you for all that you do.
And we're definitely looking forward to seeing you again at the Taste. Thank you to our listeners for listening in. And of course, thank you to AJ from Clear Signal Productions, our podcast producer. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day and a wonderful holiday.